One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. He juked him, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now for Elliott, Charles, against Green Bay, 125 yards on the ground, became the first Cowboy rookie to rush for over 100 in a playoff game since Dwayne Thomas way back in 1970.
Another significant record added to what Zeke Elliott did in 2016. And just look at it this way. Everyone who watches NFL football pays lip service to the idea that the running game is important. I think Ezekiel Elliott really brought it back into focus in this season.
And he finished just 178 yards shy of Eric Dickerson's rookie record.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 3 on the play. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Mariota on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. As we get a glance at the starting lineup offensively, let's discuss the former Heisman Trophy winner, Derrick Henry.
He was definitely disappointed that he dropped to the 2nd round. Only one running back went in the 1st. That was Ezekiel Elliott. But I think Derrick Henry has a chance to have a special NFL career. He's not just big and strong, has way better feet than he's ever been given credit for.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. 4th down, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves, and Dak Prescott in his second season should be much more confident throwing it downfield.
Prescott, and that is incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This from 54 yards away.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. 1st down, Mariota. Wright's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kendall Wright, 26 yards. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Brian Orakpo. Okay, Charles, as Tennessee comes back out for this series, let's focus on the offense and this upcoming draft. Put on your GM cap. They've got picks number 5 and 18. Where are you going?
I'm going receiver to help out my quarterback, Marcus Mariota. That's a high priority for me. If I flip it over to defense, with the complicated schemes that they run, I'm thinking about getting some more secondary players to help out on the back end.
So what makes their schemes so tough defensively?
Well, what they love to do is give everyone a certain look and make you think that this is where the pressure's coming from. And in fact, the pressure's coming from elsewhere. So you have to be able to adapt to that so that the back end of the defense matches up with what they're doing on the front end.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And Bryant's got it over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Antonio Andrews now to return. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Titans are going to have a first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Mariota gives to Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Mariota. Rolling to his left. Hard throw, incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Now Mariota. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Dallas 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, 43 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Rookie season for Sharp was pretty good. Ended up being their most reliable target, really, over 500 yards, a couple of touchdowns. But probably need to get Marcus Mariota a couple more weapons out wide, no?
I don't think there's any question about it because Tajay Sharp had a phenomenal preseason camp. And I think the expectations became outsized for him, especially as a rookie receiver. So I think he's much more comfortable being a 2, maybe even a 3 in the early going, if they're able to supplement. Rashard Matthews will be back. He'll take some pressure off. But I think you're exactly right. They've got to go get some receivers to help out Marcus Mariota.
And remember, they have 2 first-round picks, so some options coming up for the Titans. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not.
And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker from 10 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mariota will look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Justin Durant, with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop him from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Al Woods. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mariani. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell McClain able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Second down, Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go to Elliott again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Denora Cersei in on the stop. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Throwing, Prescott. His pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said to me.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daquan Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. To throw Mariota. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Mariota on, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And this is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Terrell McClain in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. But it was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal. Now Mariota. His pass caught at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense looks to punch it in here from the... And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Mariota will look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing, Prescott. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Second and just one. They come up in an offset eye. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo. And they're going to speed things up here. Third and short yardage, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Running with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Mariota hands to Henry, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. From the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Rashard Matthews, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mariota, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Morgan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now Mariani. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. And that is incomplete. Lance Dunbar is running back, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the...
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Titans. 43 yards. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. So now it's 1st and goal, and he'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Mariota. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he motions the wide receiver. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Prescott. In trouble and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense is end zone for a touchdown. So you're down by 6, hoping your defense would make a big play. I think this qualifies as a big play made.
Without a doubt, and when you first see the ball free, your first instinct is just ball on it. But he obviously wanted way more than that, and that's exactly what he got, taking it all the way for 6.
And now they can lead it with the point after. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Prescott now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Derek Morgan in on the stop. And now they're in the hurry-up. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the wideout in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 3rd and long for Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 6. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Al Woods in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly. 1
score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's got some space here. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20, 10, 5, and this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Mariota looked to throw. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked.